Okay, fantastic. So I'm going to share my screen with you. Let me know when you see that.
I do.
I will do the quick demo, and I will do it like I am presenting to you as a potential customer. And I would stress out the aspects that I really point out at when I do the such presentation. Starting from, this is the main page of Augmented Classroom. That's where the journey begins. And the main goal of Augmented Classroom for a teacher to facilitate an engaging and learning experiences through exploring, designing, and collaborating within the augmented reality space. The augmented reality ecosystem has also two main aspects that can be accessible through the mobile devices, where the students can really see the real augmented reality, and the subjects will pop up. Works on multiple mobile devices and across operating systems, either it's iOS or Android device. But also for schools that don't have access to one-on-one devices, we also have an option for a web-based interface that could be accessible through laptops, PCs, and Chromebooks. At the same time, if the school has opportunities of both, they can do that. Half of the students will be interacting through the shared activity through the web-based interface, and the other students could be joining on the mobile devices and later on switch. So there's a lot of flexibility. And there are three main pedagogical pillars behind: the exploration, creation and co-creation, and collaboration in the multi-user environment, meaning students at the same time can join in the lesson that the teacher assigns to them on activity and can interact together in teams within the same environment, where they can see how what is one student doing, and do collaborative projects within creative or collaborative mode. Once you sign up for the classroom, Augmented Classroom, you create an individual single user account, and you have access only to limited features, and there is no collaboration, no co-creation. There is no opportunity for a teacher to actually share the links with students.
That's in a, excuse me, I'm sorry, I may interrupt you when I have a question. Is this on the sign up free you're talking about, where they have no collaboration, where they have no, or is it when they have the actual, they sign in and?
Right, that's a good question. Okay. So you can say you can sign up free at any time, and you will get access only to the account with limited features.
Okay, I have a free account. You're going to need to send me a link to the paid account.
That's correct. Yes. Okay, great. You will I received your email and will extend you the access to the Premier account.
Great, thank you.
So once you're in the individual account, that's where teachers will land. They will see that there's only web-based interface. And by the way, some of the aspects will be closed. So soon the individual account will have only one open feature as a trial. But if they want to expand to all the other capabilities of Augmented Classroom, they will have to go to the subscription base, and they can initiate a 14-day free trial where they would get access to all extended features, including collaboration, creation. But for this, they need to go through the automated system, choose the package. So now they're here in a free account where it's a single user. But if they want to share links with students, they can choose between trial, class, or school, and click Get Started, and input the number of license if it's, for example, it's a school, and also their financial information. And that's how they can get access to the 14-day trial. They can cancel anytime without being charged within the 14-day trial. If they don't cancel, the license automatically renewed, and they're charged for the amount they assigned for each package. We also have here a comparison plan to showcases which package has what feature. Usually in regards to the subscription, it's one of the last aspects that I ever show in any of the demonstration.
Of course, pricing is always last, yeah.
Right.
I have a quick question.
Mhm.
Based on our contract, I mean, you're charging for the whole school between 31 and 500 users, $8.4 thousand per year. And then I see, or $280 a year, which is one class. So are we aligning that with, in our contract, we're looking at $35 per student. How are we going to change that or align it to this? I mean, how are we going to modify, if we have to, what we're doing? I mean, because in the States, are we going to go by this business model, or are we going to do the $35 per student model? So that's something we're going to have to figure out.
Right. So in this case, those prices are public now. So anyone who creates the account, those prices are applicable to any country.
Okay.
And they're the same.
All right. So
in regards to the bundle,
right.
we initiate, there are only limited, I think, pick this plan. Here we go. You see, there is a specific IRC plus VR Quest, and when they put the number, they can see, the amount they will be charged for the number of licenses.
I see. And we had, or the site license, which was, I believe, $20,000.
And this is, we're talking about the volume.
Perfect.
So if the school has large number of users, more than 500, we do ask them to engage contact us to get a tailored code.
Perfect.
But remember that because you will be doing the kind of the joint demonstration of VR Quest and Augmented Classroom, you don't necessarily need to show the subscription base, or you stress out that people, for example, when you click on class, I don't think you have the opportunity to do that. So it only applies for the school package, that the Augmented Classroom plus VR Quest bundle will be possible.
Right, got it.
Okay. So just, leave it until the end, and that's where we're going to be. But I'm going to switch. So in the free account, so you better understand, people only see, individual apps. In the web-based interface, they don't have access to the mobile version at all. Meaning that a teacher created the account, can go in and either project, connect their device, a Chrome, like a laptop, to the whiteboard and project the content that they're doing the interaction on their laptop. But the students just sitting and watching. For example, as a teacher, I can say, okay, guys, look at the screen. We're now looking at the torus. That's how it looks like. But I'm doing all the manipulation, and the students are just sitting and watching that.
Now, when you had the flags for the different countries, is that because the curriculum changes, or what's the reason for that? Like I saw in the app, when you open it up, you have the flags of different, oh, I see. That's going to be related to the map that you gave me.
It's language, because we have Augmented Classroom in multiple languages. As you can see, it's available in 10 different languages at this stage, as the interface itself, as well as the content in the applications. So the different flags represent the languages that are currently available for the content within that app. And the teacher can select, let's say we take, I don't know, Russian. Everything will be done here in Russian. And then also the content here as well in Russian.
Perfect, perfect, very good.
And as you can see, when I click on the Augmented Classroom kind of to assign the class, I don't have access. I'm asked to either join the class or sign as a teacher.
Go ahead.
Bless you.
Thank you.
So I'm going to switch now to the premium account. That's what I usually showcase to when I do the demonstration, because I have the opportunity to showcase people the extended features and all the value of Augmented Classroom.
Would you recommend just showing that? I mean, versus the free version? Yes. Okay.
I would not show the free version at all. But I would always start with just giving a quick overview, saying that all the information that you need to have is available here. The teachers can join the community. We have a Discord community. They can also look at the Open Library of lesson plans. There's also extended user manual and the video guide where everything is step-by-step explained on how they can use augmented classroom to its full potential. As you can see, they can join in the community Discord, or they can see this plans, and you can even showcase that by clicking on the downloadable PDF, they can have an outline of how other teachers from different parts of the world used augmented reality from CleverBooks in their lessons, which means that if the teacher new to the whole concept, they can quickly pick up that plan, see which topic they can cover, and easily integrate it in curriculum. And later on, when they're more advanced and they better understand the concept, then they can create their own plans. At the same time, we have prepared the video guide for them, where every single feature that is currently available is shown in a mini video, meaning that the teacher, if they don't understand how the augmented reality app works, overview, they can click and they can look, they can view the mini video, as well as specifically for the geometry or the geography or the create mode. And then I also mentioned that at this stage, we also have an additional module where teachers can upload different digital textbooks. For example, this is one of the books that I have downloaded, and I can have that in my account, but we're also working on the feature now where a teacher can share these textbooks via the link and give the link to the students click on the link and they get access to the digital textbook. There's also an integration to any LMS system. It's compatible with 99% of LMS systems, and it's also an integration through LTI with single link. So it's a very quick integration, and basically what it gives is that every school usually has a specific learning management system as a single access to all the different modules and the resources that they have. So we want to avoid teachers to sign up in different digital resources. That's why if they integrate augmented classroom to LMS system, they would just have to log in their LMS account, and they don't need to have an extra login for their augmented classroom.
Okay, I have a question about that. So all of that is done on your back end in terms of what you coded to meet all the LMS systems, that schools have. So, I don't know how many, but let's assume there's 20 of them. You basically, just with a sign-in, can integrate right into the LMS, correct?
It's a standard procedure. Almost every school IT person knows how to do the integration. Okay,
great. So the IT person would have to work. So when I'm selling this and they say, okay, how does it get integrated into their LMS? That's an IT issue? Does their IT person contact you? I mean, how does that work?
You can say that there is a specific example of how to integrate that to LMS system, LMS integration.
Oh, okay, there it is.
So this is an example taken from Moodle, and this can give a better overview in terms of how that is done. If they have any questions in terms of integration, we're very welcome to contact us, and we'll be glad to help.
Okay.
Okay, but it should be quite a simple procedure for a person who is aware of how things get integrated. So that's probably the most important thing here, and also remember to mention to people that only teacher creates the account. Students do not create any accounts. We don't collect any personal data, because the students are joining the activities by the given link or the given code. Now, also mention that the augmented classroom is available in multiple languages and used for students with where English is not a native language, also for extended curriculum for multilingual students, bilingual schools, as well as if the teacher wants to teach other language as well through such an interactive curriculum. At the same time, it's also used for kids with special needs because of the visualization, the audio perception of the content, and the opportunity to really interact in the collaborative mode here. And later on, I move to the real, to the kind of main core of augmented classroom. As I'm talking, I usually open up all the links to our apps. It takes a little bit of time to upload, so rather than wasting people's time, I have them pre-open. And I also mentioned that here, apart from our applications, we also have some of the partner apps that come additional. They could be purchased additionally. They're not part of Augmented Classroom. So, but for example, this one, Reality is a road safety. AR Tutor specifically focus, it's a free app. Reality is a paid app, but AR Tutor is a free app that is available. I think there's one module that's available for English. And then the people can just download it and use that for students with special needs. And looks like my internet is lagging. Okay, so I usually start with, rather than go in depth in terms of explaining every single feature of the app, I do just the collaborative mode, collaborative initiative, so people understand the whole concept. And what I do here is I open an additional browser for myself, not the same browser. So for example, if I use Chrome, I would also open Firefox as an additional browser, because I also want to participate in activities together with the person who I'm initiating the discussion with. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen and open it so you can see both screens at the same time. So I'm still lagging a bit.
You want to shut down the video so you have more bandwidth?
No, it's something on my side. Unfortunately, you can't help here. Okay, so what I do is I create the double window, and on the left-hand side, I have the teacher mode. And on the right-hand side, I have a browser that I'll be using for the student mode. As a teacher, I begin a class, and we're gonna interact within the geometry lesson. If the teacher, and you can actually open your app as well, you can ask people, what would you like to experience? Would you like to experience it on the mobile device, or would you like to experience that on the web-based interface? So obviously, if you get on the call with a person just for the first time and they haven't received much information, they don't have the apps uploaded, I would not suggest on the call to ask them to upload the apps. I would just show them the web-based interface, and I would arrange another call for them where we can have the full experience within the app as well. So I'll do the web-based, like I would do on the introductory call. So I would copy the link, and I would send it through chat to people, to a person who I'm on the call with. And I say, we'll experience now how the collaboration works. And at the same time, I will copy this link to my browser. So I'm also one of the participants as a student. So you would need to join in me as well. So we have a collaborative mode.
Now, I'm on my phone and I have that up. Do you want me to do that or no?
Let's do first the web-based interface.
Okay.
Because that's what you will be doing also. So you better understand from a user perspective how the person feels when they've been given a link by you, a teacher, and what has to happen on their side.
Okay.
So you just click on the link that I've given you. You will see a screen asking you to enter your nickname. And here I stress once again that the reason why we're asking to enter the nickname is because we don't want to have the student identification. It's, you know, the teacher can obviously ask the student to enter their real name, but then it stays within their account. We don't collect any personal data. Is that working for you?
Yeah. I'm actually going to sign in. Okay. So sign in here.
You don't need to sign in.
Okay. I see everything. So what do you want me to do now?
you should have a window saying enter your nickname.
Okay, hold on. I go to the link
Yes,
and,
you
and
should.
hold on a second, I'm almost there. It says enter student, so I'll like my nickname is just put Flash. Okay, there we go, I'm there.
Fantastic. So, and as you can see, you will see that as well as a teacher, that there are two people have connected. So one person is me, or who is assigning, and the second person, whoever's on the call.
That's the EPM2, that dictates how many, correct?
You're not looking here. This is the code for the mobile. You're looking here,
okay.
connected two people.
Where's, hold on, student
Here.
waiting screen, exit class.
You don't do anything there.
Okay.
Because you're not looking at my screen now.
I see. So I'm not seeing your screen, so you see it, but I don't.
Okay. So, but you need to be looking. Oh, you can watch later in the recording. Okay. So now I see two people that connected. I start the broadcast and I make a decision which language I choose. Okay. And which game activity I want to assign. I decide to assign a math game. And once that game or activity, we call it, once that activity is assigned to class, then you can see on your screen that we've been put together automatically in a team. And then you can click start. And that's how you, as a student, that's how you join the activity.
Get it.
And then I share the concept also with the person who I'm doing the demo, is telling them that the main purpose here is first to do the addition. 5 plus 4 is 9, but it's also a rectangle. So I have to find a shape, rectangle shape, and put it in the correct place. Is that working for you?
Yep.
Have you been able to drag?
Oh, you want me to try? Okay. Hold on, my mouse. So I can drag, let's see, a 2 plus 3 is a 5. But, okay, so there we go.
Okay, so it's very important that you both do that, you as a presenter, as well as you're asking the person to do the same. Because if you're the only person who is doing that, they don't see the concept of multi-user interaction.
I get it.
And I stress out that, as you can see, we're both moving things, meaning we're collaborating in the multi-user environment. And if there are, for example, 3 or 4 students, they're all in the same group, they all have the opportunity to drag and drop. Now, if there are 30 students in the class or 20, the system automatically splits people into smaller groups of 3 to 4 people.
Okay, so you don't have so many people moving things around.
Exactly, not to overload the system. So I usually let people or engage people in completing the task. And once the task is completed, they see how the end result looks like. Okay. After that, I always go to the dashboard and I mention to them that you have initiated a specific task and activity, and now you want to go back to the dashboard and actually see what kind of activity has been performed. So you can see that the geometry game was assigned, the students who've played, and it should also show the statistic, the time and the points each student has scored by playing such activity.
Now you're seeing that, right? The teacher is seeing that?
I'm saying that as a presenter.
Okay.
Because I'm explaining the person who I'm giving the demo to that this is how the solution works. It's important for them to know that all the activities, the statistics is recorded, and they know how the students interacted with the solution. They can export this statistic to the LMS system. And then when they repeat, again, assign the same activity in certain time, after the students, let's say, have the opportunity to explore more in more depth topic, the teacher can see how their performance has changed comparing to the last one.
And none of those statistics go to you, correct?
It's all stays within this account.
Okay.
Right. So then what I usually do, before I go through geometry, and geography and space, I always go to create as a second option, because it gives a different perspective of what else is possible with augmented classroom. Again, I stress out that the language could be chosen according to the one that would be, more applicable.
Mhm.
And as a teacher, I have the opportunity to assign a specific project where you would be able to choose the landscape as well. There are different landscapes that the teacher can choose from according to the topic they are learning at this specific time in the curriculum. And I also have the opportunity to share this project with students. So not only one single student can do the creative project, but multiple students can join in. And I use the same concept of sharing another link with the person, because every single activity, every single class has a separate link.
Okay.
And I always myself join in as well from the browser, like last time.
So now I'm seeing the geometry interface saying, good job, start a new game. Where do you want me to go?
You have probably stayed in the same link. You need to go to chat and
In the Zoom meeting? Okay. Oh, I see.
Zoom
I got
meeting,
it. Yep.
and click on a different one.
Okay, there I am. Okay.
So once you do that, you can see now that I have 3 people joined in the collaborative mode. And you initiate, you can let people know that on the right-hand side, you have different objects that they can have to click on, hold, and drag to the correct place in the landscape. They can choose between houses or animals, etc., and they can put it in the place where they want it to be.
Okay.
Is that working for you?
Yep. Hold on a
Okay.
second.
So if the person says, I don't see a build, I can't click on the building, that means that their object library hasn't updated because they're first time using it. I always ask them to refresh the page at least once or twice.
Oh, okay.
And that's how the library will be updating.
So I'm refreshing.
Yes. So if buildings doesn't show up for you, you refresh, and then you should have a full library.
I don't have, okay. Yeah, I just refreshed. I have the animals. Let me, hold on, go to building. Yeah, there they are. Okay, great.
Okay.
Yep.
So, and basically the main goal here is to again showcase that you're dragging as a presenter, and also the person is interacting with the 3 figures. So we see that the collaboration aspect is there. And then obviously the project could be saved, and then the teacher can do the presentation, etc. Oh, sorry, not the students can do the presentation of their project in front of the class.
Okay.
Okay, so this is the main concept here.
Can you rotate any of these, or they just go in as is?
Not at this stage.
Okay.
You can rotate the landscape with a right mouse, right button of your mouse. You hold the right button, and then you can move it.
Okay.
And after this, I always take people very briefly to say that the whole concept of all the apps part of the augmented classroom is where students can first explore content. It could be very teacher focused, where the teacher assigns a specific landscape, and the students can't click through. They're more focused. Or the teacher can say, okay, now you're more open to explore, and you can click in between the modes.
So as an example, you can say, can you create a farm? Or what are the animals on a farm? Or create a part of the city. So you would use buildings. So you're saying the teacher would focus on the landscape and say, create that, then the kids would be responsible for moving the objects. Okay, got it.
Exactly. So that's how it works. And for example, I can also here assign students, let's say, an animal mode. by clicking on the, by letting them know that now they can click on animals as a student, and then they will be redirected to explore Africa, different continents, etc. So, but I usually just showcase that so people don't have to do too much interaction, right? So usually
Right.
at this stage, I say you can feed the animals here, you know, and see which food they like, which one, something come up, which food they like, which food they don't like. We can change between the modes, etc.
I'm pressing on the people and the car, and I refresh, and I'm not getting anything up. Are there?
Because I closed the lesson.
Oh, okay. Do
Right.
you want me to close out as well?
You can close it, yes. So,
Okay.
and then I also say that they can enter full screen mode, and then interact with all the aspects of, let's say, either doing the content exploration or certain tasks or quizzes, etc., through the web-based interface. So, assembling the rocket first, learning about different parts, and then shooting the rocket into space.
I have I have asthma, and I take medicine, and sometimes it gets in my. You have to spray it in; it makes me cough. But go ahead.
Oh, okay. So yes, I'm just very quickly taking people through the whole experience. So my demo does not last longer than 10 minutes in general.
Okay.
Very rarely 15 minutes. And once I have showcased people what the capabilities are, I usually take them to ask them if there are any questions. And if there are questions, I answer them. But what we could do now is we can try the mobile version as well. Mm-hmm. So if you can launch the geography app, it's called IRC Geography.
Okay, I have a question. So when you're demoing, excuse me, obviously I'm going to listen to this video numerous times and practice, but you show them the first geometry where you had the math one, where you had the the addition, then you show them how you can create. So those are the basic two tools that you're giving them to look at in the demo.
As a sneak
correct?
peek, and very briefly talking about just few aspects of space and geography.
So I'm in now in the app, and it says join class or sign in as
exactly.
teacher.
So you click on join in the class. Right. And then you can look on the screen what I'm doing as a teacher, because you will have to do that when you have a person. I click on begin the class. And
I have enter code on my app.
Yes, but you would need to just wait a second until I tell you which code that is.
Oh, okay, okay.
Okay, so as a teacher, we go back because that's an important aspect. You begin the class. And you have, like, for the web-based interface, you click on copy. But now I'm actually going to give you a code, a 4-digit code. It's PFKN. So that's what you will be giving to your to the person who is on the other line. I would always write it.
PFKN?
Yes, I would always write it in the chat so the person also sees that.
Okay.
Okay, and I'm doing it also myself.
Is that in caps?
No, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Okay, and then once the code is entered, you need to click join the class, and you will be asked to enter your nickname. So as I'm doing it myself, I'm also guiding the person of what has to happen.
Okay, so I put in my nickname, and it's not letting, it says error, try again.
Okay, would you please just close the app and try to open it again for me?
It won't hit. This is the issue I had last night when I was looking at it. When I hit the, I'm showing you, when I hit the button, it won't close. And I can't even get out of it. There we go. So if I go back in, it brings me just back to the same screen. So I can go back.
You need to completely close the app.
It won't, that's the thing,
So
it won't
you
work.
take it, like you said, like you did, wipe off the screen. Okay. And
Yep.
I don't know, I go to, let's say, I have 3 lines in my mobile phone. So I also, like you are, I have 3 lines here. When I scroll up, it shows
Hold on a
those 3 lines, and I just click them, and that's how you close it.
Okay, so you have, you weren't talking about geometry. Okay, there we go.
Geography.
Oh, sorry. Huh. I don't have any of that. Hold on. All right, so now I'm in join. See, I'm just showing you. It won't do any functions. I can join the class.
Mhm.
Then I type in the code, join class, and I type in Flash, which is my name.
Mhm.
Let's do that, and then I hit OK. And it says error, try again.
Okay, so you need to close the app, because if you continue doing the same thing, you
It
can't.
won't work. I get that.
Okay.
But I'm trying to close the app and I can't. So if I go back to the screen.
Right, so you just need to swipe. I don't know how your phone functions, but you have the opportunity to swipe everything, all the open applications. I think swipe left or right. Somehow you should have different.
Hold on, let me. I'm gonna clear everything on my thing. Hold on. Okay, I have. Okay, this is now ARC. Okay, that's the problem. Excuse me. On my phone, it won't swipe, and it only gives me this one. It doesn't. Okay, there's 2 things. First of all, I have to look at it in a horizontal way, not in a vertical way. That's number 1. I don't know if it's supposed to just be that way. I can swipe up to get out of the app, but I have no other functionality on it.
Okay. I cannot, unfortunately, help you with the mobile device, because I know how mine works. And
you have an iPhone, right?
No, I don't use iPhone.
Okay.
And that's why I can't help you.
All right,
I'll look that up. Person. Right. So there has to be a functionality, because every time you open a mobile application, it stays open until you enter the mode where you see all the open windows, and then you can swipe them up and all those apps automatically close. So that's what I do that.
I know how to do that. I go like this, and okay. And what happens is you can see all the applications. Mm-hmm. Hold on a minute, it's not working. Hold on. And I closed them all a few minutes ago. That's why. Let's get that. Okay, so if I go here, I can close all the applications. There we go. Everything's closed. So, and then automatically the app that's should also. There we go. Join class. Okay, fantastic. So let's do code. PFKN, PFKN, Flash, FLASH. Error again. How many did you? You have to enter only 4. There are 4 letters. PFKN. That's what I entered. PFKN. N. P as in Peter, F as in Frank, K as in K, M as in Michael, correct? No, as a N as in Nicholas, and I wrote it in the chat. That's why you keep getting the error message. I got it. Okay, great. Let's do that. Whenever you're doing the demo, it's important that you also sharing it in writing, because not every single person can hear it audibly. Okay, I'm in. So, exactly. So now I can see, if you look at my screen as well, you can see that there are 2 people connected, and I'm ready to broadcast. So I click broadcast, I close the window, and now I can share with you. I click the game, and I click on what marker do you have? You have the Australia marker, or you have the Africa marker? What market do I have? A marker, a picture. Oh, marker. I have the ones that I printed out. Yes. I have the CleverBooks geometry. This one. This one works with the geometry app. And then geography, I have this one. So you have the Africa. Okay, so you now click
put the Africa marker in front of you, because the mobile app works together with the here we go. This game works together with a marker, right? So I'm gonna click as a teacher to Africa, because you and me, we have the Africa map.
Okay.
So I'm gonna assign as a class, and once I've done that, you can see that your mobile is ready. You know, you have the.
Yep. Olive team, flash, and hit start, right?
Okay. Yes, that's correct.
Yes, on the camera. Perfect. And I have Africa. There it is.
Okay, so now you point the camera of your device at the Africa continent.
Okay, so let's put that on the. Hold on a second.
You put the marker down. You don't need to hold it.
I'll put it on a desk.
You face the camera of your device, the back camera, the outer camera.
Yeah, I got it.
Towards the marker.
Yeah, I'm on it. I got it.
And then you should see the augmentation. Okay.
I do.
Then you have the flags on the right-hand side, and you have the marker in the middle. Your goal with the finger to drag and drop the flags to the correct place on the map.
I got it. I just did Egypt.
Okay.
I got it. Yep.
So, and basically, as I said, that when you're doing a repeated demo, more extended demo, it definitely makes sense to guide people through this one. But when you do just the first demo, then, so when you do, when you do the first demo, it makes sense to definitely do the web-based interface. But for further, you can also initiate the mobile version.
Hold on. I'm trying to get your, hold on. All right, so I've got the map up.
Okay, so just remember that the interaction with the mobile app works only if you have a physical marker.
Right.
Geometry marker, a geometry app goes with geometry marker. It doesn't matter which one for the game. It could be any. But if you assign the interaction, let's say specifically for the cube or specifically for the circle, then you need to have different markers. The geography works only continent per continent. You're signing Australia, the person has to have Australia. Okay. And the main goal is to guide the person through that. They have to launch the app, they put the nickname, and make sure that you're giving the correct 4-digit number to them. That's in case they get an error. And then you're saying point the device at the marker, the camera of the device to the marker, and then drag and drop the flags to put them in the correct place. Okay. I would not suggest to assign during the demo Africa, because it's very complex. So we'll provide you with Australia, which is proven to be the best way to to work with it. Easiest, yeah. Exactly. So there's not much.
Australia, what are you going to put the states in, or the cities, or?
The states works the same, but as I said, it's more complex. So unless you want to have long, if you don't want to have a long demo, I would suggest to stick with Australia. People need to have just a taste of what it is, and then they can play around. Then later, what I also say is that you're very welcome to go to this video guide. And first of all, those 2 explanatory videos in the dashboard will give you, first one is a full demo, 18 minutes. People can look and see all the capabilities. And this video is a 3-minute video that just gives an overview of the value of the product itself. So, and basically that's it. I always ask for feedback, any questions. And I also start asking people in terms of how many licenses would you be looking for? What is your purpose of integrating augmented classroom together with, for example, VR as part of your curriculum? And what would be, kind of the trial period when they want to pilot it?
Okay, so just so you know, excuse me, I'm gonna go through all this many times, as you know.
Mhm.
I want to look at the videos. So how I'm gonna present this is I'm gonna do what you did. I'm gonna send the links to them, have them download the geometry and then say Australia markers, correct? And then bring them in as you did and showed me how to do the creation aspect, and then how to add the two models that you showed me, how to add the models, and then do the uh, app on the phone or device, correct? Mobile device.
As I mentioned, I would not recommend to do
Okay.
the mobile version on the first call because you're
Okay.
going to be
Okay.
very limited with the time. If you're presenting two solutions, it's going to be almost impossible to
Okay.
do
So
it.
prevent the first solution on the PC. Then when
Yes,
they're comfortable with it, the second time do it with the mobile device.
right. If they want
Okay.
to have an extended demo with their team to concentrate on one specific solution or both, you need to have at least an hour to be able to do that.
Right, right. And since we're demoing two products, we want to obviously get through it quickly. So yes, I'll just do as you did with the first online piece, and then on the second do the mobile device. Okay, got it.
Mhm.
All
Okay.
right. Let me practice. Send me the link, please, so I can get in have full access, and then send it for two because I want Bob to look at it. I'm going to take him through what you did for me, so he understands everything. And then I'm going to go through this in the next few days. And we have a holiday this weekend, but on Monday, I'll make sure I go through this for quite a few hours. And then if I have any questions, I'll let you know.
Mhm.
But I want to practice, and I can practice with Bob online.
Mhm.
So I'd like to do that with him, and then I'll let you know how how used to it I'm getting.
Okay. No
All right,
problem. Yeah,
all right, that's
absolutely.
perfect. Thank you very much. You were going to
And
use Australia and the geometry. I got it. Let me
yeah,
just. I need to go. I'm one of these people. I have to do things repetitively over and over until I get it.
right,
Some people just pick it up instantly, but not me. I just want to have repetition of it over and over again so I feel
right.
comfortable. And
And
then the timing has to be, I usually have 45 minutes to present. So I have to, and I've been doing that with VR Quest. So what I have to do is split that up.
mhm,
So what I'm going to do is